why is it important to have emergency plan for earthquake for businesses?
The importance is you need to take care of your people. They're number one. Number two is if you don't have a plan, your business will no longer exist. You have to take care of your building infrastructure, the stuff inside, your employees, your critical data, your communication plans, where you're going to set back up. And unfortunately, the fire department, the police department, emergency response isn't going to be readily available to come to your business. So you got to take care of yourself. It's critical to survival of your business.
And what is the or what is the possibility to have a big earthquake in Northern California?
Well, what they say is the data shows, and it started back in 2008, and then we've looked at a more current one. It was initially 62% that we're going to have a large earthquake, the big earthquake, by 2036. The new data shows that there's a 63% chance. But when you look at the faults, the likelihood of it happening is extremely high. I like to tell people it's not if, it's when it's going to happen. We haven't had much seismic activity in a very long time. It's been very quiet on the faults, so that just puts more pressure on them, and ultimately the big one is coming.
Okay, so what suggestions do you have for businesses or families in terms of preparing for disasters or emergencies?
Well, first I'll start with businesses. The first thing you need to do is train your employees in first aid, CPR, make sure you have an AED at your business, and medical supplies. Have a good evacuation team to get people out of the building and accountability. You need to secure your stuff on the inside because your internal debris field is really the thing that's going to hurt your employees. Those copy machines, those file cabinets, those chairs, tables that are going to injure people. Make sure that you're building your emergency response team, if you go that far, is trained on how to shut off your utilities, your water, your gas, your electrical, and fire extinguisher training. Supplies are imperative at work. Really the rule of thumb is you should have supplies for 100% of your people for 24 hours, 50% for 48 hours, and 30% for 72 hours. So you need to have at least blankets, food, some water to take care of them, basics. For home, 3 days. You got to prepare for 3 days. I like to say 7 days, but it's really 3 days is what the recommendation is. First aid training at home, secure your stuff in your homes. One of the biggest things we see is the everyday emergencies. It's not just the earthquakes, but people don't strap their large screen TVs. You get a child that grabs that, it falls over on them, it's going to injure them seriously. So having a plan, a communication plan with your family is very important too. You're not going to be able to pick up your cell phone and call them. Texting, out-of-state contact, somewhere you can just know that your family's okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.